me, I'm Kumwembe with Business Time. It is a magazine program where we bring you major business and economic news stories making headlines in the country, courtesy of Old Mutual. Coming up in the program today, we speak to Old Mutual officials on responsible investment at Old Mutual Malawi as it commits to the drive. And also in the program, Malawi moves to enhance trading with neighbouring countries. We have a report. Hello and welcome. This is Business Time, and in our main story in the program today, responsible investment involves considering environmental, social and governance issues when making investment decisions and influencing companies or assets. Albeit being a new phenomenon on the business landscape in the country, the concept is providing a tool for sustainable business development without neglecting the social needs of communities. Old Mutual Malawi is one of the local firms which have embraced the concept fully. I caught up with Old Mutual Malawi Investment Group Head of Operations.
So the traditional investment approach, where we're selecting investments, this usually looks at issues such as profitability, cash flow, credit risk. So it's usually just the financial metrics. But responsible investment approach, it adds another layer to the investment process. So that looks at environmental, social, and governance issues, better known as ESG issues, so that the risks and opportunities can be identified, which will impact the financial performance and overall sustainability of the investments. So the traditional investment approach looks at the objective is mainly to deliver strong returns to customers. But the responsible investment adds to that. It's delivering strong returns to customers while positively impacting the communities and the environment.
One would ask, why does the responsible investment matter? And precisely, why did Old Mutual decide to embrace the concept of responsible investment?
So when we look at the environmental, social, and governance issues, the ESG issues, some examples of these are corruption, deforestation, human rights issues, pollution, climate change. So these are all issues which do matter. I think if we just look at just climate change itself, a few years ago, this seemed like a very foreign issue, but it's now something we've all experienced, globally and locally. Locally, I think if we just look at the impact from Cyclone Anna and more recently Cyclone Freddy, the impacts from that were devastating in terms of the human lives, but also in terms of infrastructure and the entire economy. So ESG issues do matter. Now, as an organization, and especially as an organization which operates as a responsible business, we have a responsibility to take care of the environment we operate in. We cannot thrive as a business if our communities are not thriving. Now, as fund managers, we have the responsibility to manage our customers' funds, and these are hard-earned funds. So these collectively, these funds are a very large amount, a very tremendous amounts. So the decisions we make in terms of investment decisions and capital allocation decisions, they have long-term implications on future generations, which is why at Old Mutual Investment Group, we believe it's our duty and our responsibility to use these client funds to put them to work in a way where they can generate the good returns for our customers and good outcomes for our communities as well.
But by end of the day, you and I would agree to say Old Mutual is in business. And the obvious question is, does responsible investment have an impact in terms of reducing investment returns vis-a-vis outcome of the money that you've put in the business?
That's a very good question. There's actually a misconception to say responsible investment has a cost or it reduces the investment returns to customers. But it's actually the opposite, because responsible investment reduces the risk and enhances returns to customers because it brings in additional insights into the investment process. So it's not a decision of positive impact or positive returns. Responsible investment delivers both simultaneously.
What's in it for you? I think that's a better question to put across. What's in it for you as a company, as an entity? You've made mention how you are reaching out to communities, to bail out communities vis-a-vis getting an approach to address issues that are necessary to the people. What's in it for you as a company?
So for us, the ultimate goal is to have sustainable investment returns for our customers. That is our ultimate goal. We don't want to deliver a return which is short-lived or which is at risk. Our responsibility is, first of all, to our customers to give them these high returns in a sustainable way while impacting communities we operate in.
If you are to elaborate on that, you made mention to say responsible investment is about related risks, if I quoted you rightly, and opportunities as well.
Yeah.
Would you elaborate the relation between related risks and opportunities?
Okay, sure. So the ESG issues I mentioned, if a company is taking part in pollution, deforestation, it means this company might not be sustainable. They might also attract a lot of fines from the regulators for doing these things. So actually, globally, the top 3 highest fines were to do with ESG issues. So there is a direct cost to these ESG issues, but at the same time, they also present opportunities because it means investing in sustainable issues or the green economy, such as investing in clean energy, in agriculture. These will actually generate the sustainable returns for customers. So that's where the opportunities come in.
Let's drive the concept of responsible investment home and be a little practical. What examples would you outline as interventions that Old Mutual has deployed lately in as far as responsible investment is concerned?
Okay. So it's very important to know what to do, but I think your question is what exactly are we doing? It's
What exactly have you done?
Yes, okay. So we have an alternative investments team which is dedicated to looking at non-traditional investments. So through that team, we've invested into macadamia farm estates. This is agriculture. Through Jacoma and Gala. So through these macadamia estates, we are creating jobs for over 1,900 men and women. Those are local men and women, and also supporting over 5,000 farmers. That's in addition to supporting the economy in terms of forex generation because all the produce is actually exported. We've also invested into infrastructure, and one of our pilot projects there is a student hostels which we built at Kuhes Lilongwe campus. These hostels have been independently certified as green buildings by IFC Edge, which is under the World Bank. By being certified, it means these buildings are efficient in terms of the use of natural resources. They're efficient in terms of energy usage, water usage, and also the materials which were used in constructing these hostels. So that's something we're very proud of in terms of implementation.
Last but not the least, the concept of responsible investment seems to be relatively new and seems to be lately embraced by companies, precisely Old Mutual to speak. What does the future hold in as far as the role of the corporate world in relation to responsible investment?
So I think you're very right that responsible investment is very new, especially for our economy. But you've seen changes in terms of Malawi Stock Exchange guidelines embracing responsible investment as well. So I think the corporates have a responsibility to follow those guidelines and to do it also especially for the best interest of the customers. So it's a very exciting journey.
Now, any take-home message, what would be your message to be it all stakeholders, the government, clients and investors, any parting message?
I think to our customers, it's just to reassure them that we are taking their best interest at heart by using the responsible investment approach. We're looking at positively delivering strong returns to them while positively impacting our environment. And to other partners, we're always interested to partner with others who are like-minded, who want that ultimate goal as well of positively impacting our communities through high investment returns.
This is Business Time, a magazine program brought to you in partnership with Old Mutual. Welcome back. Malawi has moved to systematically working with neighboring countries like Mozambique and Zambia to enhance trade and investment under a $150 million World Bank supported Southern Africa Trade and Connectivity Project. Of the amount, $75 million is a grant, while the remaining half is being accessed as a loan. The 5-year program, which started in 2021, is aimed at increasing regional trade coordination, reducing trade costs and time, developing regional value chains, and improving access to infrastructure. We have the whole story in this report.
Implementation of the projects under the initiative is being led by the Ministry of Transport and Public Works. The ministry is working in partnership with 14 other government departments and agencies, including the Malawi Revenue Authority, MRA. Key activities under the project include building capacity for small and medium enterprises, updating of MRA's online system, developing the IT system at the Department of Immigration, and automation of the imports and exports system for agriculture products. The project will also see the rehabilitation of Moloza border in Mulanje, rehabilitation of the Liwonde Matawale Zomba Road, and construction of a way station along the road. Ministry of Transport Chief Economist Ganizani Liwewe said a cost-benefit analysis shows that the country would reap in excess of $250 million through the project period.
The design is an infrastructure plus, where you've got investments in infrastructure coupled with investments in other areas, so the soft areas, the trade reforms, value chain improvements, and that sort of thing. During the project appraisal, doing the assessment, the economic assessment, it was found that when we look at the cost of the project and the benefits, there is a net benefit that is accruing to Malawi. In terms of the benefits, the value of the benefits through the reduced trade costs, the reduced transport costs, by improvements in the time of transport and doing trade, they are coming up to about 250 million. So you have about 100 million in net benefits from the project. On the infrastructure side, it's focusing on improvements in the road infrastructure. We are also doing some one-stop border posts. So on the Malawi side, there's the Mulonza Milanje one-stop border post with Mozambique. We are also going to construct some two-way bridges along Liwonde and also on the Mwanza Blanta Road. There is also an inland examination center for the MRA. So there are those types of infrastructure that are going to be constructed using the resources from the project.
Already, through the project, MRA has moved to upgrade its automated system for customs data system to enhance efficiency. MRA manager responsible for marketing communications, Wilma Chalulu, said the upgrade will ensure smooth facilitation of transactions under the revenue collection body.
Yes, under the Southern Africa Trade Facilitation and Connectivity, MRA is implementing several trade facilitation projects, and one of them, as we have heard today, is the Ascuda World upgrade. Ascuda World just stands for Automated System for Customs Data. So this is a system that facilitates all the customs management. So what this upgrade is going to bring, obviously, it is now bringing in newer technology that is going to improve facilitation of trade. It's bringing in new ICT technology. So what will happen is that, for example, as you're coming at the order, this new system is going to be able to process faster, meaning that importers or the traders that are coming at the order will be able now to process their business faster. So you can imagine what that means is that now, in terms of doing business, things will become faster. Also, what will happen is that the new system will now be able to integrate with other government departments. So in that way, instead of the importers having to go to other agencies, for example, they will now, their Ascuda will be able to do that for them. So what we're doing, what's happening now is that trade is going to become now more efficient, and because of that, the system will also be able to interface, for example, with other revenue authorities, so we'll be able to exchange data, and in that way, when they come at the border, we would have already interfaced with other agencies, also improving the improving the time that they're spending at the border. So in that way, we're enhancing revenue collection and we're creating more convenience.
Malawi is one of the land-linked countries in the Southern Africa.
Moving on with the program with other business news. Bakresa Malawi Limited has said its $100 million oil manufacturing plant will be ready for operations next year by the time the country concludes harvesting, and the company has since urged local farmers to produce more soya as the market will be more than ready following the opening of the machine at that time. Our journalist Kumwembe has the whole story.
The investment is a boost to Malawi's efforts to spur economic activity with a guarantee of employment, a ready market for oil seeds such as soya, and competition on the cooking oil retail market. The company's Human Resource and Compliance Manager, Richard Chereko, revealed that to run the plant at full capacity, it will require 150,000 tons of soya beans, translating to a 112 billion kwacha demand for the crop.
This is a massive investment to the tune of $100 million. And we think this will be a game changer in the domestic agro-processing sector. This factory has a capacity of 500 metric tons crushing the soya. And our business model is that we will be using locally available raw material in the name of soya bean. We are planning to be, according to our projections, procuring about 150 tons of soya bean per annum or in any harvesting season. So we feel like this project will greatly stimulate smallholder farmers to embrace crop diversification. And our role is that we should help in the wealth creation as it is espoused in the Malawi 2063. Malawi could be the only country that probably is still obsessed with exporting low farm produce without any processing or value addition locally. With this investment now, Malawi has the capacity to process soya and export only highly value-added products from that. You see, we should no longer be exporting our raw materials to other countries. Now, this project has got various economic benefits, starting from, we look at the rural farmer. You see, it can bring in a good avenue for crop diversification because farmers will now be assured that there's an available market at Bakresa Malawi Limited to sell their soya produce. The issue of lack of market, I think, will be a thing of the past. And we urge our farmers and all stakeholders, especially with this concept of mega farms, let us increase our production capacity. We here currently Malawi is producing 300,000 metric tons of soya. Now figure it out, we need about 150,000 metric tons per annum. So we need much volumes, the yield of soya to increase as a country. And another angle, this project will help in job creation. Because when we're doing value addition locally, it means job creation. This project is expected to create direct employment to about 500 local Malawians. And we feel through its value chain, we'll be able also to create a direct employment to thousands of people. Because the whole value chain has got a lot of facets, as you can see, from primary agriculture up to the factory.
Speaking during his recent visit to the construction site, Minister of Trade and Industry Sosten Gwengwe said the investment is a testament to the government's commitment to creating a conducive business environment for the private sector.
Most importantly, I think Azam is leading the way, and we want to encourage other local manufacturers to really reinvest into the economy in various other aspects. Yes, foreign direct investment is good, but sometimes before we look outside, we also must look inside and nurture our own local manufacturers, those that are already on the ground, those that are already employing fellow Malawians. And we're here just to encourage them that government will do the needful to make sure that the business environment continues reforming so that it becomes more conducive for thriving of our private sector. The soya we are producing right now, about 300,000 metric tons, may not really be enough even to sustain this one huge plant as it is. What that means is the concept that His Excellency the President Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera is advocating of mega farms should really now be looking at a value chain in soybean beyond the other value chains like sugar or tea or macadamia nuts.
The development speaks to pillar number 2 of the Malawi 2063 Development Blueprint, which focuses on industrialization, stressing that it is key in creating jobs, especially for the youth.
Well, with that story, we've also come to the end of this edition of the program Business Time. It is a magazine program where we bring you major business and economic news stories making headlines in the country, courtesy of Old Mutual. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is William Kumwembe, but always remember, if it doesn't make money, then it doesn't make sense. Stay safe and bye for now.